So today we are doing our Delver's Dream campaign, which is our main campaign. We are
Woo!
exploring the city of Joaquin Spiral right now. Um, Last week we got sent on a mission by Corton, who is in charge of the camp where we reside. Um, and we have been sent to find another medallion that'll help us gain access to a teleportation circle that is down in the second level of Delver's Dream. So we're very excited about that. Everybody went off. They tried, their friends at the mortuary. They checked out one of the merchant princes at the library. They got to meet a very nice fellow named Mikey Mouse, who is in fact a mafioso who tries to extort everyone that walks into the library. So that's
And a
always
very
fun.
original character.
Yes, very original.
100% original.
Yep.
No association with any known creation.
No. And
Please don't sue us.
we have discovered that there is a guy named Hobby Lobbylouse who is a halfling who has some sort of connection to the governor. And we are on our way currently to his place of residence to figure out what the hell is going on. So, without further ado, we are going to do our traditional beginning, which is each character sort of giving their internal monologue about what's going on today, what's happening. So why don't we start with Lando? What's going on with Gore?
Yeah, I guess I'll just do a character. Yeah, so we're doing a bunch of boring stuff. We're searching for people and not hitting them. Although, I'm getting to know Athul a little better. I really like him. Probably better than anybody else, to be honest. But we're hanging out. We got some really good sausages last time, so that made me real happy.
I forgot about that.
So many
Okay.
sausages.
Sausages and tea, what a way to start the day.
Yeah, 3
Actually,
breakfasts.
I was like, this.
We love starting our day with good sausages. Yeah.
That's about all I remember. Those are really bomb sausages. I should have asked where he got them.
But you're not the smartest person in the group, so that's okay.
I have an intelligence of 11.
It's slightly above average.
Yeah.
That's only one below Dill's.
He's not the dumb barbarian, but
well, let's talk.
He also is not paid to do any of that stuff.
Right.
He's not paid to be a.
So what about Athul? Since Athul was mentioned by our friendly barbarian.
He's not a languager.
Well, Athul is currently trying to digest
a languager.
three sets of breakfast and 3 sets of tea. His usually very live form is now a little bit bloated. But he's mostly interested in the fact that there are apparently a Mel's Mafia, and he is very, very amused by this concept.
Okay.
I think we all are.
In the meantime, we found out the location of an individual who seems to have purchased the estate of one individual that we have been looking for in hopes that maybe they will help us be able to solve this lingering debt in the debt ledger.
Oh yeah, Gorf completely forgot about that.
Nah, he remembers what he remembers. He only knew that about the sausages.
The sausages were just so ingrained.
Much.
And now we're just regrouping and heading that way.
Excellent.
I love it. Now, what about Zugathir?
Well, after the chaos that went down in the mine beforehand, we decided, yes, our investigation actually became more fruitful than I initially thought it would be. we found out a little bit of new information. For example, one of the things was I can't remember who told us. I think it was Dill's friend, the
Corner.
what's the word? Coroner.
The
That's the one.
coroner.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, we went and spoke to the coroner, and she told us, I think it was her anyway, that there were actually reports of not just devils and demons attacking in the mine. There were also reports of drow and fiends also in there, which was new information.
Well, just to be clear,
you about
demons
fiends.
and devils are fiends.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
whatever.
both
That
types.
was
of-
new.
Or drow.
But
drow,
yes, the
that.
Why-
drow
why
information
before
is
the-
new.
The drow was new. We didn't know about the drow, but there we go. An elvish family that we were initially looking for just disappeared one day. Nobody knows why. They were apparently kind of well known. A merchant family. There was not part of any. I don't think they were part of any merchant guild, but that was very interesting because I don't know if it's linked to the also apparent mysterious disappearance of the dwarf. That's something that I would like to look into if we can. But yes, I think that was it. New information wise.
I'm calling right now cannibals. Something involving cannibals. That's definitely what it could be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yes,
how they
you're totally
disappear.
right. That's it.
It all makes
That's
sense
the
now.
campaign.
Yeah, Gallus is
We figured it out.
Also,
No more.
I am
Big
also
bad little guy's a cannibal lord.
yeah. I am also a little bit curious as if there's been some foul play going down because this halfling has bought the land that the elves used to have, and there aren't many halfling landowners. So it's curious, and Zugathir is a little bit suspect of some foul play, but he's not going to pin any judgments as of
Racist, in
yet.
other words.
And now, just to be about halflings. So this is just sort of common knowledge. So the vast majority, there are a few halflings that reside in Joaquin Spiral in the country of merchantry. The vast majority of them, though, have retreated to their island hideout and have become pirates. So there's a whole island, little pirates running around on their little boats.
So the boats are smaller. I was going to ask, have they made smaller
They
size
are.
boats to accommodate? Okay.
The boats are in
Yeah,
fact
okay.
smaller.
They're
They're scaled to
halflings.
size.
yeah, they're scaled to
Everything
size.
is a scale to
They are.
size.
It's
Perfect.
great. Now be careful because just because the boats are smaller doesn't mean that they are any less dangerous.
And there's also a little bit of a gap somewhere because apparently the elven family, the Randomalias, they apparently sold their house, but this mysteriously disappeared. So there's a little bit of confusion. Zugathir is not sure if he's missing something, but there seems to be a bit of a gap of information there that he's a bit like, But
That is
that's
where
it.
we come in with the
The
investigation.
mystery deepens.
That is my thoughts on the entire thing. So
All right. Well, what about Dill? Got to see your old friend.
Yes,
Hang out a little bit.
that was very fun. I haven't seen her in a few months. I was also very excited to finally be able to introduce my new friends to my old friend. It was nice to catch up a bit with her. Also got a little bit of work done in there since I got to mark another 3 bodies.
Nice.
The whole mission we're on is a bit out of my comfort zone, but it's interesting. A lot of information that is very new to me, but I'm trying to catch up. I had fun at the library. I was able to find some new books containing poetry I haven't read before. That's always exciting. But I'm mostly just following along my friends, trying to learn something new.
Yay! And what the hell was Gruna doing last week?
Yeah.
Gruna
What was
wasn't
Gruna's
with us.
excuse for not being here?
yeah,
Well.
yes.
You just know that, well, I wasn't with you, and it's my business what I was doing.
Fair
Damn,
enough.
shady bitch.
Oh man. So basically,
Okay.
By the way, I was in Barcelona.
Gruna, yeah.
So,
Yeah, Gruna.
yeah, Gruna went to Barcelona.
Gruna went to
Corton.
Barcelona
Check
because
the teleportation
I'm done with all
circle.
of this. I just want nice things.
um, so we've got so Gruna would have been back in the mine at the camp doing whatever she was doing, and that would have been so Corton could have brought you in back to the city using the teleportation circle and the amulet that he has. That's how Gruna got back in with us. So that's delightful. So now you have explored, you've talked to the Prince of Lore here in here in Walking Spiral at the Grand Library, and he gave you all that information about the Elven family, and the deeds and the sale and all that kind of stuff, and you now have the address. And you're all together. I'm assuming that Gruna has been caught up on the situation as you ran into her, somewhere near Peregrine's house, probably. And what would you all like to do? Gruna, would you like to say hi to your friends now that you have found them again?
Hello, Gruna.
Oh, hello. I tried to take a look at them and see what's their reaction to me coming, a little bit late to the party.
Zugathais just taps his wrist. I'm kidding.
Ah,
Just kidding.
such a bit.
It's like,
Hey, Gruna.
Hey,
Gruna? Hello.
so everything all right while I wasn't here?
Yes,
This
Nobody
time.
died.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Last time you almost died.
Indeed.
Our cleric friend nearly got himself in trouble, but that was dealt with. If easily enough, should be fine.
I mean, maybe.
We can only
Okay.
hope. But he seemed okay. Don't fuck with
So-
the Mouse Mafia, is all we're saying.
They have a list.
When you say Mouse Mafia, it's like, okay.
Twice.
um, um,
Yes, we met a very interesting mouse fellow.
well,
He was very nice.
I should know better than to ask questions now. Then what are we doing now?
We are going to go see a halfling. Was it male, female? Did we find out? Was it male? I think.
A male halfling.
We're going to see a halfling gentleman who apparently bought the estate or the land that the Randomalis used to own. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there because apparently the elven family disappeared, but they sold the land. A bit weird. Why would they sell it and then disappear? I'm not too sure what's going on there. But yes, we have the address and we are going to go and meet this gentleman. See what we can find out from him.
Okay then, let's find out.
All right. So do you all want to take any stops along the way, or do you just want to head straight over there?
How far is the journey?
So you are currently
even know.
you're currently in the lore section of Joaquin Spiral. So you're in the arm of lore, and they're in the arm of economy.
Oh, right. Yes, it's within the same city,
So-
isn't it? So yeah, it's probably just like a few walk or something like that.
Yeah, so it's maybe a
yeah,
half an hour walk over there. Nothing crazy.
All right, let's get going then.
I
Mhm.
not done anything. I
All
don't think
right.
I need anything.
Yes, does anyone need to buy anything perhaps? Any supplies we might need?
I suppose more potions could never hurt, but that's up to you all.
I mean, we're not
you-
expecting a fight, are we?
I'm
Oh,
Well,
always
it
it's
might be
expect a
good to
fight.
stock up for later.
Well, that's fair. That's
not
fair.
expecting a fight is the exact way to get killed.
I mean, we're in the
Very
middle
good
of
point.
the
Yeah.
city, so-
I always
I mean, you have-
expect
you have a
a fight
point.
and then become pleasantly surprised.
I mean,
That's
we're in the
an
middle
interesting
of
philosophy.
yeah. I mean, we're in the middle of one of the biggest cities in the world, so far known. But I mean, you have a point, I guess.
Well,
I have
we
a
might
bit
be
of
going a little
gold.
bit paranoid, maybe.
I have 200. I have nearly 2,500 gold if we want to go buy some cheap ones.
Oh, Guillermo, I calculated. I split up the gold from what we got before, and
Mhm.
you get 66 gold pieces and 10 platinum pieces.
Thank
So,
you very
That's
much.
split up from what we got.
So
in the
what I'll say about going shopping is we can totally do that, but let's do it towards the end of the session
Yeah, that's us.
instead of right now, so that I can actually look up prices of things. Which I
Guys,
was
let's
not
have a
there.
beach episode.
Yay!
Yes,
Hey!
do a little dancing.
Okay, no.
Anime beach
Play some
episode.
volleyball on the beach.
It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be amazing with the
Some sand
pirates.
cricket.
They're
Using guidance
crazy.
on the ball.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a
We would
pirate beach
destroy-
party.
We would destroy the pirates
That
in
would
volleyball.
actually be a really nice idea for a little. I mean, actually using your abilities for a volleyball match against pirates.
Just use like
And
a
they're
key
really
point.
short.
I use reckless
Just use
attack
key
on the
point.
ball.
Smack.
Okay, I use,
Oh, man, if I was
Volleyball
I
Kensei-
just
one
use
shot.
laughter on one of
Yeah,
them.
hold the ball with mage hand.
What?
If I was
we
like a Kensei
we
monk,
can
I'd just
totally
use key points.
do a whole series of one shots
I
Ooh.
that
want to do
are
that. I want to do that.
A beach volleyball
This is our
tournament.
fourth campaign. It's
versus
just a
someone.
volleyball team.
right, like us versus the Aboleth. Playing basketball.
Hey, no,
By the
no
way-
psionics. That's cheating.
Kyle
Who's
said he'd be
best
here in a
at-
few minutes.
I
Which
was just
person
going
is
to
the
say.
best at volleyball? I would say maybe the
Is it strength or
deity should be
dex-based?
good.
Is it strength or dex-based?
Um,
That's the question.
Sweet.
Jill
Well,
would fucking suck.
All right, so we are
We're
going
just
to
face plant in the sand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Gorf is going to be
Sure,
on the lookout
so-
for a sausage cart.
Always.
Since I know the
Oh,
city, I'll
wait.
just take the lead because I probably know where to go.
Yeah.
Probably.
So if you are all following Dill,
Mm-hmm.
as you start moving through, so one of the things that you notice about the city is that each section of the city has a very different vibe to it.
Blackjack.
The section of lore, so the arm of lore, is all education, it's all learning and history and records, things like that. So things are a little more austere. There's a lot more sort of straight lines, spires, you see a lot of places that have like what look like very strong doors on them, stuff like that. There's obviously information that people are trying to keep secret here.
Let's break
And
in.
then, as you write,
Let's be one of those groups.
murder hobos,
We
go!
just around
Hey,
I'll
hey,
take out
breaking
myself
and
thieves
entering
tools.
is
Okay,
not murder.
We're gonna break
hobo.
into each consecutive house.
Right.
No.
But you have to
Because it's
break in
really,
it,
really easy to
people get
do non-lethal damage. You just say it. You're like, I cast a non-lethal fireball. That's how rules
Sure.
work in 5e. It's so easy.
Yeah,
I
because
got
that
an
way.
idea.
I
It's
set
mind
them on
meld.
fire non-lethally.
It's
Right.
so
Finger
easy
of death,
to
not
play
Yeah,
pacifist
you know.
mode.
deadly.
God.
Mm,
So
Yeah.
as you are going, as you're leaving that section and moving towards, let's see which section is actually the next section. So as you leave the section of lore, moving towards the section, the arm of commerce, you're passing through the arm of health, and here you actually see things are super clean everywhere you look.
I'd hope
There's
so.
a lot of very pristine white buildings. This is where you see like these. There are public wells for fresh water that are just beautifully designed. They've got these stunning like stone roofs over them and benches around them, and they're sort of They look like a lot of neighbors who like to gather waiting their turn to have a little chat with each other. You see what look like nurses and doctors sort of running from one place to the next, carrying bundles of herbs. You see, as you're walking through, a bunch of different like shops, like the alchemist shop and an herbalist and things like that. So everything having to do with health, everything there is this whole section is sort of set up to look like more natural. There's a lot more trees in this area, a lot more parks. There's a lot more sort of open air for people to see things. And as you keep walking, then you get to the Arm of Commerce. The Arm of Commerce has some of the tallest buildings aside from the palace in the city. It's much more sort of jammed together. You see a lot of open air markets. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of hustle and bustle. It smells like livestock and tanneries and, fruits and vegetables and flowers and everything. Anything that you can think of that you might want to purchase is here. Standing out to you are two sort of larger buildings that are built both in the dwarven style. One looks to be a tannery and leathersmith, and the other one looks to be a blacksmith. They're set up right next to each other.
Weird, huh?
Yeah, one.
Why is it
one
sound so
looks
familiar?
owned
What are the names?
by a man named a dwarf named. He's got a big picture of himself on the front, wearing
course he
some
does.
very fine leather armor,
course he
named
does.
named Baltor, Baltor's Emporio.
And the one next
And
door looks
then-
just like a crapshoot.
The one next door, like
Oh,
you
you go to
definitely
very
you tell it's a
well-built
blacksmith
establishment.
place. There's a couple of sort of soot marks in different places, but there is
It's
also
the
a
most
sign.
beautiful blacksmith you have ever seen. This
Yeah,
It is a
it's
very
beautiful,
well
it's
gorgeous
lovely.
dwarf walks
Um,
out with just his luscious beard.
This amazing beard. Like,
I'm
never
married.
seen
I'm
a
married.
beard
I'm married. I'm
this
married.
nice.
Luna.
And one thing that you do notice about the two shops is that it actually looks like you can see where like smaller signs had hung previously, and it looks like they just kept getting bigger signs. It looks like the one on Balmir's shop is just slightly smaller than the one on Baltor's shop, and you see him take that sign down and respace his thing and put up a sign that's just slightly bigger than Baltor's sign.
Yeah, Gruna will say.
And you see another dwarf come out with like all kinds of gadgets and things on his head, and like a couple things of leather draped over his arm, and he is he's just sort of staring over at the new sign and goes back into his place in a huff.
I look into the window of blacksmiths and be like, "Oh, that's a very handsome looking blacksmith," and then walk off.
The timeline though means that they wouldn't be there,
Yeah.
right?
But technically,
So
It's
this
just
is
fun.
you are
Well, it's
because this
DM's
is so
discretion.
magical. You're seeing the retained image of the main sort of emotional state of each of these brought to
Perfect.
life as a minor
flash
illusion.
flashes through our
Just
minds.
so flash
People
of
who
magic.
only watch this campaign are gonna be so fucking
No idea.
confused at this whole
yeah.
conversation.
Oh yeah. Oh
What
yeah.
are you talking about?
Nah, you gotta do
God,
the fun
weirdos.
I'm assuming that
Your
has something to
dwarf
do with like
fetish.
the Hunters campaign.
Oh
Indeed,
yeah,
it
it's
does.
It does. Oh yes,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You're in it.
that's two of the
Look at
characters. in the
Damien
Hunter
has no
campaign.
idea.
He's just
Let's
sitting there
just
like, what the
make it feel
fuck's going
that-
on?
Dwarves always compensate.
So
you.
yes,
That's
Yeah,
that.
No, great.
Anton's character in that. And Spacey's mine.
there's yes in the Hunters campaign there are two there are in fact
Rivalous blacksmiths.
two rival
Frenemies.
dwarves, one
Alright.
named Baltor
Frenemies.
and one named Balmir.
Looks
I'm Baltor.
like,
He's Anton's
we got
Balmir.
we got Luna. I'm gonna add her in.
And
Yeah.
Oh no, Luna is a blacksmith. It was all along.
So yeah.
So,
And then, yeah.
So real quick, we're using the regular version of this, and limit of people is 6.
Oh.
So
no.
Luna's ready to go. We know she's late, but I can't add her in
Oh my god.
because we've never had.
We never had a full party
Oh, we've
before.
never had a full cast for this.
That's so funny. I mean,
Oh,
it's not that
no.
funny. I mean, it's funny, but it's kind of But
Oh. Well, okay.
Sorry, Luna.
Well, then I think
We're
I'm
having-
sorry.
we're having a-
Luna's,
oopsie moment on the stream.
Luna's an hour late and sadly cannot join us today.
Do you want 7 people? Join our
Yeah.
Kickstarter campaign or Patreon and
Do you want everybody?
We're gonna be,
I'm
are
assuming the
we
paid
gonna be
version
doing-
is.
Next week I'm
Are
gonna
we
switch to
gonna
a
be-
different program. Yeah.
So,
I just
yeah,
hadn't had
so
it
next
set
week
up.
we're going to be doing it a little differently.
Yeah.
So she can
This
jump
is
back
sad.
in.
I
next
could
week.
see him. He's just sitting here waiting to be added in. Can
Like-
someone
Oh my
message
God.
him, please?
I think he can
Someone
still
send
hear
him a
us
nice
from the waiting room. I think he can still hear
No,
what we're saying.
you
So-
can't.
Can
No?
you hear us?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. See, he
Oh,
has sent a
apparently you
message.
can. Okay.
So he knows what the fuck's up.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
We're
sorry.
sorry.
Blame Lando.
Ah.
Blame Lando.
I mean, you could still participate. We just have to watch the chat for your actions.
it's gonna be like, like
I'll just swap him in and out.
that's like
Right.
Greek theater. There's only 4 characters, and the other ones are referred off screen. Luna is like the off screen referred to. Oh, so Luna said that? Yeah. Oh, very interesting.
Oh,
So she's dying out there. Oh, okay.
I love it.
No, you just don't look happy. I'm
well,
sorry.
so-
We're sorry.
Hey, Luna, if you want to jump into if you want to go jump into like the Twitch chat, and do it that way, we will all be able to see any comments that you put up.
Mhm.
This is so jank. I kind of love it, but
Well,
sad.
it's gonna be.
I mean, this
kinda
is
love
a,
it.
this
This
is a
is-
mess.
and we're on live stream. We're like, oh yeah, we screwed up.
Hey, don't feel
We
bad.
didn't-
I've seen other
we didn't
live
check
streamers
to
have
make
technical
sure.
difficulties.
We didn't check
It's
to make
fine.
sure that we could include everyone in the stream.
I just
I mean-
it's very. I
You
feel
need
like
the
it's very
paid version,
telling that
right?
we've not actually had the full cast ever.
Yeah, that's actually telling, which is super funny.
Well, not
Yeah.
since we started using StreamYard.
Yeah. So not in like the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
So,
So-
how realistic is that Luna is
Oh,
actually
no,
spirit
no.
this session?
You what?
She's a spirit this session.
How realistic is that Luna is just a spirit for this session?
She's
Luna
yeah,
can talk to
temple.
spirits.
She's just
She's like sitting in her
Astral
temple,
projecting herself.
lying on us and sending messages to us with sending every now and then.
Telepathically.
Just like astral. No, it's just like astral projection in. You can't do fuck all, but you can sit there and be like, I'm here.
I love it. Oh my god.
Poor Luna.
I'm part of the group.
So yeah, so Luna is with us in spirit.
Yes.
So we're passing through the arm of commerce right now towards where a lot of the merchant houses are. So the arm of commerce towards the center, you've got like the major markets, and then you've got, as you get closer to the city walls, you get like the smaller markets and the smaller shops and things like that. And then it sort of recedes. Then you get these big, beautiful merchant houses towards the city walls. And you start sort of wandering through the streets of these, it's a really eclectic mix, because you've got elvish styles and dwarvish styles and, smaller halfling houses and all kinds of stuff there. And as you're wandering, you eventually find the right street and you get to the right house. And now is when we can pop open the Roll20.
New
Ta-da.
map, yay!
Oh, a normal size map.
Yay! Not
right?
I just
Been a
see-
while.
It's
I
actually a
just
very small map.
It's just a black square.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's
see, yeah, I
pretty
just see
small.
black.
So-
Hold on. Let me make sure I got the.
Yeah, it's a black meat for now.
It is just a black square.
Oh, it is? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's been revealed yet.
Dynamic
We don't know
lighting
where
on
we is.
Dynamic light.
I can't see.
And I have blind
So it
sight.
just turned dynamic
Hey,
lighting off.
there we go.
Since it's just one room, it's just so you get there.
So they were poor. The elves were poor.
No. We'll explain. So you get there. If you guys want to pop your tokens
I was waiting
on
for
there,
this.
we will get
We're
there.
gonna break and
just
enter
a moment.
right away.
Oh, this token?
Whereabouts
What is this?
the door over here?
What is this token? Why is it so beautiful?
Might just
So yeah, you can just put your tokens wherever
Wait,
you'd
what am
like.
I
We're not
doing?
quite to the office yet, which is what this is.
I'm just standing, peering into the window like a creep.
Well, you're
Bro.
basically a skeleton, dude. It makes sense that you'd be. No, I'm doing something
You're a
wrong.
creepy
Creeping out.
bitch.
Nope.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I'm looking really, really dumb right now.
Okay.
Nope.
Wait,
Pull it
your
on my-
your
one of my-
token is in. You're good. You
Grab,
got
Oh.
your
grab
token
it,
there.
grab
Cool.
it by the word instead of
Yeah,
by the
you're-
picture.
I think we're outside, Gorf.
There we
Everyone's
go.
just peering into this
All right.
window. This poor
So
guy.
so what you actually see is when you first see this mansion, it's huge with these giant spires and a well-dressed halfling appears at the door and he sort of greets you and just like, oh, I wasn't expecting visitors. Hi, how are you? What can I do for you?
Hi.
Excuse me, sir. You, yeah. Would you happen to be Hobby Lobby House?
Well, it's Lobby Louse, yes. Mm-hmm.
Ah, my apologies. We came to sort of ask you a few questions about the previous owners of this house.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I'm not really. I don't know too much about them.
Well, anything you could tell us would be most appreciated.
Well, so I actually never met them. You know, I'm I'm only 30, and I think it was my grandfather that actually purchased the house from the previous owners about 100 years ago.
Did they ever say anything about where they might be going or anything like that?
He never mentioned anything to me.
Is your grandfather still around? Can we talk to him?
No, sadly, he had a terrible fall. It was awful. We
Fall.
miss him very much.
My apologies.
No,
Just because
thank-
Uth is not ruling foul play out, do I believe that? Just because he's
Well,
not.
why
I'm
don't you
not
make a
ruling
little
out foul play
insight
as
check?
Inside the poor halfling who lost his grandfather.
That's
Shame
right.
on you.
You're a monster. Good
Nope,
lord.
I believe him. I definitely believe him with a 6.
You believe him. There's. Does anybody else want to try an insight check?
Yeah, sure, I'll try.
Still doesn't have any reason to not believe him.
Gorf doesn't care enough to not believe him. Gorf's not that interested in what's going on.
6.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Ithul, you instantly recognize a bullshitter.
He
You
freaking pushed
you
him
can
down the
tell
stairs and then ate his
on the
body.
way- based on the way that he is sort of, his face is a little too still and his body is a little too rigid. It's obvious that this guy is not like this is sort of a public facade that he puts on for people. You can tell.
Do I get any inkling at what kind of what his facade is covering up?
Not really. You know, you don't really have a sense that anything crazy is going on. But you can tell that there's just it's obvious he does not want you to come into the house.
All right. I'll just shoot a telepathic message over to Dill, since he was the other one talking with me. He's lying.
Can I answer?
Yes, you can respond to me.
What makes you believe such a thing?
His posture, his face. He's very nervous. I don't think he wants us inside the house at all.
Thank you for letting me know.
While we're waiting on Gruna to get her connection back, get his connection back, I'm gonna pop in Luna, but I'm gonna have to switch him out. So yeah. Well, yeah, we'll do that for. Hey, Luna. Sorry, we're gonna have you just temporarily.
Right.
I'm wasting video in the actual Roll20, so hopefully that will come through.
Oh,
okay. I will have to set that up to accept from there because I turned all that off. Receive from others.
so it'll be a bit weird, but we can still maybe see you at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just need to change it on my end. So hold on, I can do. So if I do.
By the way, did anyone see that 24 inside I rolled?
Yeah.
I did, so you got the same information that
We'll do.
Fucking clerics.
Yeah, that's what wisdom gets you.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So, Kyle, while we're fixing stuff outside of the scene, from learning that he's probably lying, and it's a long shot because it's been a while, can I maybe try to recall any information about this grandfather? Maybe I marked his body, anything?
You have absolutely no recollection of any grandfather named any person named Lobbylous that's come across your table in the last century, at least.
Okay,
Gruna's back.
in theory, you should be able to talk through Roll20.
Okay.
So,
Can anyone hear me?
Well, I'm gonna pull you out of here first, and then we'll see.
All right.
You want to try it out, Luna?
Oh, I mean, hi. I was changing.
Yep, you're back.
The Roll20.
Yeah, I'm not hearing Luna.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it either.
Me neither.
Okay, so I think Luna, it's just going to be chat for you for today, sadly.
I'm sorry about the connection, guys. Sometimes my
All good.
Wi-Fi says.
All good. All good.
See you, nerd.
All right, so let's jump back into it. So now, of a sudden, we have got a couple of you realize that he's lying.
Athul will just turn to him. Well, thank you anyways for your time. Have a lovely day.
Ooh.
Okay, so before
we're gonna
anybody
be
else says
aggressive.
something, apparently Luna just cast Zone of Truth. And
verbal components to that.
And creatures are aware.
Yeah, no, they're
just-
very much aware.
We just played our hand.
He looks at you and he's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and slams the door in your face.
That figures.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Athul is
Give
literally
me-
just about to say,
Give me 1
thank you for your
second
time.
before. Give me 1 second. Maybe. Nah, it's not going to work. Nah, I was going to cast suggestion, but it's going to make things worse.
Right. So, okay. So now, you are all
What
standing
just
in-
happened?
well, your zone of truth is an
we
area of
just
effect, so all of you would have been aware that zone of truth was just cast.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. I mean,
So,
isn't it a save?
have
It was
that.
a good idea, at least.
Let me make an Arcana check to see if Bruna knows what that spell was, at least.
I mean, it's a save anyway, and then if you fail a save, you go under the influence.
Oh yeah, but he doesn't care. You just tried to
Yeah.
cast a spell on him without his permission. So
I mean,
Right.
either way, I think
yeah.
Casting
Okay.
spells
Either way, you know.
aren't as subtle as people seem to think.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
no,
take
And this
it,
one
though.
specifically says you know that you're aware
Yeah.
of the spell.
Pathetic
Yeah,
creatures where
yeah.
the spell and asking for
Well,
questions.
There's
Well,
that,
I
but
mean,
you also have to
if
take
he-
into account the
No.
verbal and
No.
semantic components too.
So what we're gonna do is
Luna,
so
honey, next time try
Well-
to be a little bit more gentle with people you don't know.
Yeah, remember what happened last time?
Fuck you, bear man.
Well,
No, I mean we almost died.
there's no business not having any.
And you
weren't
discussion.
there
What's,
for it to
what's
get there.
done, it's done. There's no business in having any argument about it now.
It was a good
Okay.
idea.
What have we gathered?
I mean, he seems pretty genuine to me. I couldn't read any signs of falseness from him.
Well, he was
A
definitely
voice in
lying.
my head told me he was lying.
That was me.
Oh,
Do you
that
believe the voices
sorry.
in your head?
At all, you can
Yes,
also
I can. Yes.
and I use my Kalashtar ability to also mind link and be like, I didn't know somebody else could speak telepathically. Interesting to know.
I tried to keep
And then
it
I
to a
revert.
minimum. People tend to find it invasive. I'm replying mentally.
So we thought he was
I think
lying.
what's going on?
And
The
then
two
we
of you are
just
just staring at
immediately
each other.
cast a spell on
so,
him.
so
yeah,
you guys
everybody else just sees me and
are you
me and him just
still
staring at each
are
other.
you just having this discussion right in front of his door?
I figured we were
Apparently,
walking
yes.
down the street by
Apparently,
now.
yes.
I mean, me and the Thor were
Okay,
doing
that's a good
how
question.
many? All right, so there's 5 people talking right now.
I mean, I figured we started walking away because I was going to try and approach this from a more subtle approach.
Okay, so as Thule starts walking away from the door when it's slammed in his face.
Yeah, I would have followed as well. As soon as we start making a move, it'd be like, yeah, we should head off.
Okay.
But anyways, who feels extra sneaky today?
I mean,
Are you suggesting we break in?
I'm always up for a little
I
peony.
feel like we may need to. I know he was definitely lying. He didn't want us in that house. He's definitely got something up that he's trying to keep from
So,
public eye at the very least.
Clarify something for me, guys. Where are you right now? Are you like on the street corner? Have you found a new place to have a discussion? Is it still in sight of the house?
We're probably
I
just
imagine
walking down the
we're
street.
walking and talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine it's a walk and talk
Okay.
kind of thing.
All right.
Assuming that probably most people are just going about their own business. I know Zukafe is talking in hushed tones anyway. He's been like, especially when talking about B&E.
Stage
All right,
whisper.
Everybody
yeah,
give me a perception check.
We missed you.
Perception. I mean, I got
Yeah.
+4. Oh, I'm rolling like shit today.
Perception. Let me find it here.
Jesus, Luna's on one today.
Is that working or not?
Gruna, I got
Nothing from Gruna, yes.
Sorry,
Stop
I
working.
don't know why it didn't do it.
So nobody.
Okay.
Damn!
Are you sure about
oh.
that? Are you sure about that?
Okay.
Fine.
So as you're walking, all of you are sitting discussing things, trying to figure out what's going on. Gruna isn't super participating in the conversation. She's sort of, like checking things out, and she sees out of the corner of her eye, she sees like one of the windows of the house open as you're walking away, and he, sticks his head out just a little bit to sort of watch where you're going.
Classic.
I will guess the one nearest to me is Ethiul, and he can, do his mental things. I will grab his hand and squish it and make like a little gesture with my head, like saying, look back.
Do I see it? Or does he pull his head in too
You
quick?
don't. He ducked his head back in too fast.
I'll just send a message to everybody individually one at a time, because I can only do one at a time. Be careful. Gruna thinks she saw something, I think.
Can
Hear their
I
voices again.
can I reply to you with a message?
Yep, anybody can reply to me.
Okay, I will say, no, I don't think anything. I'm sure I saw something. He was looking at us.
Alright, so she's very positive then.
Okay.
I can't serve as like a radio tower. They can't hear you. I have to like relay the message.
Yeah. It's like, there was a TV series that did the same. I don't know the name in English.
There you go. That's what you're after.
Fucking everyone except for me is fucking telepathic. It's just
I'm not-
Dwarf and me are
not
just like.
telepathic. Well,
It's
I'm
just
kind of
not-
telepathic. I can talk with my friends on the other side, but
All right,
Half of the same.
so what are y'all gonna do now? The lead he's lying to you, and he slammed the door in your face.
I
Now he's
recommend we
watching
wait
you.
until later tonight, and then we have our friend here, Mr. Shadows, try and poke around and see what he can find.
You know what? I fancy a drink. How about the rest of you?
I would like that.
Alright, let's go and speak
Yeah.
in this by the tavern and speak somewhat more private.
yes, sure.
All
Let's
right.
go
Well,
somewhere
So,
else. I say loud.
Dill would let you know that there are taverns in each section of the city, and each one has a very different vibe.
Anything Dwarven.
What time
The
of day is it?
dwarven ones are probably going to be, you're going to see them here. In the commerce, you're going to have the most diverse clientele. If you go to military, there's going to be a lot of dwarves. To the arm of the military.
I'll keep the roll 20 up. so Luna can talk.
I would suggest a somewhere that's going to be busy and loud, so that we don't have to worry about being overheard.
So in the arm of
Seconded.
commerce, that's where you're going to find that.
Mhm. I will touch Ithiul's wrist again to call him to speak to me again with his powers.
What
Like,
time of day is it again? Or what time of day is it now?
Good point.
It's probably, you guys have been wandering around. You've had a lot to eat. You've been wandering around the city, finding information. So it's probably like, mid-afternoon, somewhere around like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Gorf would like to take a detour, go to some kind of smith or
I mean, we walked past one on the way here.
Sadly, none of them are home right now.
Where will they
They're out
be?
doing
Mm.
They don't have any
We could
assistants.
know-
They do have like shop people that can offer you. They can't offer you actual services, but they can offer you items. So things that are already in the shop, they've got their little assistants that can actually, sell stuff.
Well, for sake of time, Gorf wouldn't know that, but he is looking for services rather than items.
Oh, well, none for you today, sir.
Was there anybody else that's better?
Oh,
Wow.
No one's better.
wow.
No one's better. You can
Wow.
find someone else, but you can't find someone better.
Just twist the knife in the gut, why don't you?
I mean, there are some people that would say that they're better, but you
Are
probably
they
would never
though?
be able to shop at either Balmir or Baltor shop ever again.
All right.
Before we leave, I will
so
try to whisper to my group and tell them we should keep an eye on that guy. We don't know what he's going
Yeah.
to do. Maybe when we are leaving, maybe he's just going to leave. We need to know what he's doing. Whispering.
Yeah. Well, we certainly made it more complicated for ourselves, slinging spells like you don't got a care in the world.
Enough,
Yeah.
Gorf. We talk about it. It's done. Now we have to work with what we have now.
Even that reaction could give us a little bit of intel, though. I mean, if the halfling had nothing to hide, he wouldn't have had an issue with the spell, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
well.
unsolicited spell casting on somebody is going to usually be met with a harsh response.
Well,
Yeah, of course.
we lost
we're
the
lucky
Thule,
that
so we're
we got
adding Luna for a bit.
That's a rotation.
musical chairs.
Jeez,
We're rotating, playing musical chairs.
rotating. Oh, okay. Well, all right, that was fun. Sorry.
Good to see your face.
Yeah.
Poor Luna.
Yep.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do now? Are you heading to the tavern? Are you going to keep watch on the house? What's going on?
Well, let's head to a tavern first and
Split the
discuss
party.
our plan of action.
Split the party. Some can
So
watch, some can drink.
there's not a place to get
Ew.
smithing services, just items right now. Is that what I'm
Yeah,
hearing?
right now it's just an item. Well, and Athul doesn't, or not Athul, Dill, you don't really use smithing services for anything, right?
Yeah, I have never visited those sorts of shops. I don't need that stuff, so I probably wouldn't even know.
So you could sort of wander around the area if you'd like, and sort of,
Is
ask
there a
them.
tourist information shop somewhere?
There is not, because tourism
Well,
is not yet an actual industry.
Not
On
too
this
modern.
planet.
Too modern. That's too
That's
modern.
not.
Fourth
That's
campaign.
not a
We
real
know-
thing
it's not.
here
We
yet.
know
It's
what
not
we
crucial.
must do, everybody. We must start tourism.
Yeah.
Everyone will get to visit the pirate island.
Right?
Yeah, but
Come
that's
see this
that's the
thing.
secret goal of this campaign. Fuck
Why
the mine,
do-
it's tourism.
Why do I want to go see this thing? Because. But
Yes.
I've got work to do. So what?
Let's not just
But
forget about the mine.
Athul's vote is we
Yeah.
hit the tavern and then figure out the plan of action.
All right.
I think
awesome.
that's smart as well.
Let's hit the nearest
I think that
tavern.
so because Dill is interested in the arts, and let me know if this is completely off base, but my assumption would be that you would gravitate towards taverns that had artists and poets and things like that. Right?
Sure, probably places where bards are frequent would probably be the sort of place I would visit.
So there is a tavern that you have visited on several occasions over the last 1,000 years. And it is here in the Arm of Commerce. It is known as Poet's Peace. It's, from the outside, what you see, it's definitely changed since the last time you were here. It was a little sort of run down the last time you were here, and now it's, like everything else in the city, it's got this beautiful facade. Like the wood is straight and shining and beautiful. The sign is like gorgeous and sort of, it literally looks like all the signs in the city look like they're actually made of like different metals and glass and things like that are just formed into this beautiful structure that almost seems to be like it's one piece. And from the name Poet's Peace, one of the things that that you recall is that occasionally it would be nice and peaceful, but most of the time, and then as you're having this thought, you see a person get thrown through a glass window.
Nice.
This
So
place seems
that's where you like
And
to
you
hang out?
see, you
Cthulhu
see,
just smiles. It feels like home already.
yeah, you
Yeah, some
see-
people aren't very into slam poetry. Just
and you suddenly you see a couple of people sort of stick their head out of the window to see if the person's dead or not, and then you see sort of like groggily sort of gets up and sort of he's wavering a little bit, and then you hear like a little cheer from the inside, like yeah, and then he just goes right back in the tower.
You get thrown back out through the same window.
Right.
No, someone else does.
So does this look like a place that you'd
This
like to
seems
go have a drink?
like exactly what we need. Let us head inside.
All right.
Well,
So
let's go. I
as you
guess.
Let's
enter,
do it.
you see that it's split up into about like 3 sections, right? You've got, as you enter on your left, it looks like almost like a fighting ring, right? And you see, the match had just finished. And so you see a bunch of people sort of, exchanging money with this one guy that looks like pretty obviously like he's the bookie. Then in front of you, there's a big room that has a whole bunch of bar stools and little tables and things like that. And you can sort of see behind the bar that there's it looks like a giant kitchen in the back. And there's people in there with manuscripts in front of them. They all look like they're very animatedly debating each other about things. Then on the other side, you see on the right side, what you see is what looks like a stage. And right now it's empty, but it's got the velvet curtains and the drawstrings and things like that. And it's a pretty decent sized stage, right? And over there's definitely a couple of people just sort of hanging out in the quiet, and there's one guy who seems to be sort of looking over at the stage and then writing and then looking over at the stage and writing. So what do you want to do?
Well, let's find a table to, talk.
Let's find the table in the corner somewhere. Is there a table in the corner somewhere?
I mean, there's a bunch of tables in a bunch of corners. Do you
like
want
the emo guys that we are, we can only stay in corners.
The stage area is very quiet. There's plenty of tables open. The bar area is very, very lively right now, even in the middle of the day. Very lively. And you don't really see any tables open, but there's a couple of larger tables that only have 1 or 2 people at it.
Is the bar open?
Does there specifically seem like
Even though that's not the most secluded place.
Yeah, anywhere that
Sorry, what?
looks like that we might be able to talk quietly without being overheard.
Anywhere in the bar, no one's going to hear you. It's very loud.
Perfect. Just grab
Okay.
the closest section, or the closest section to us that's furthest away from the door, if that makes sense.
Sure. And so what that would be is hanging out over by the bar.
Sure.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So
first one's on me, I guess, and I will go up to the bar and get a round for everyone, however much that would cost.
sure. The barkeep looks at you and he's just like, "What do you have?"
What do I have, or what do I want?
What do you have?
Well,
Strongest
How many of
dwarven
those?
liquor you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's a
6.
man who knows what he wants. All right, what do you have, buddy?
One for him, and
Wasn't
Thing is,
talking to
nobody
you
else is-
no more. You don't know what you want. What's this guy want?
Well, he wants
You
the strongest
creepy
dwarven liquor you have,
boy.
and then there's just a basic ale for the rest of us.
What kind of ale? There's 72 kinds of ale back here.
Oh, unusual.
Is it
Didn't know
just
there
me
wasn't
or
many.
I don't
Let's go
understand
for
I'll take one with honey in it.
You want some
Potato.
mead?
meat? Yes.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
All right. Would you like a wildflower honey mead?
Yes.
Would you like
yes,
a clover honey mead? Would
Oh,
you like a
there's a lot.
fig honey mead?
Clover, please.
I'm
All
sorry, maybe
right.
my common is not too good, but what is he saying?
what drink do you want?
Maybe you should listen, little lady.
What alcoholic beverage would you
Yeah,
like?
yes. I don't know. Never tried this thing before. I only drink water. Something good. I don't know.
Something sweet, but not too sweet. Surprisingly.
All right, you'll all have some mead. We'll do some wildflower mead. All
For
right.
myself, what's the
Sure.
strongest liquor you have?
The strongest dwarven liquor?
Battery acid.
Something
No.
with a hefty kick to it.
It's called Face Melter Forge Master.
Sounds perfect. I will have one of those.
All right.
Ah, good vintage.
I'm not
So,
feeling it.
Does Dill want anything?
Well, I was gonna ask because a part of being undead means I don't really require like drink, but can I still like taste it? Does it taste anything, or should I just does it not matter?
You would,
Like that, like
so
you
as
did.
someone who's undead, you wouldn't really taste it so much, but if there were interesting textures or things, you could feel that. So you would probably want something like fizzy. Like if there's something fizzy, that's something that you would recognize as a
Yes.
sensation.
Can I drink glass
Sparkly
next?
water, got it.
All right, cool. Oh.
I've been here before. I'll just take like the
frothiest mead.
regular, something that I
So,
I know
normally-
that I've liked.
Normally, what you have enjoyed in the past is the fizzy licorice, which is made with anise, and most people can't stand because it actually tastes like black licorice, sort of foaming in your mouth, and it like gets up in your nose, and you can smell it
It's
for
the only
days.
thing you can taste.
That actually sounds quite
And
nice.
that's
I would
the
actually,
only
I would actually
thing.
drink that in real life. I would actually drink it in real life. I like licorice.
Great.
Yeah, I'll just have that.
Fantastic. And then is Luna getting anything?
What is that? What is that sound? Are you guys hearing that? Like they're
Yeah, sort of
Yeah.
slurp.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm
That-
hungry now.
Is that me? Am I?
I think
No.
it's Stu.
Is it me?
Is it a stool?
I don't know.
Are you a
just,
coffee
like,
maker?
rubbing it
Like,
against
are
your,
you yourself?
Are
your
you
body?
slurping?
My cat
Sure.
laid down on my chest. That might have rubbed the mic against me.
That might
I
be
keep hearing like crunchy chip
Yeah.
bag sounds or
Nah,
something.
that's
Yeah,
that's
know.
Dill's drink when he's drinking it.
Yeah,
Oh,
There you go.
that's just the sound of them just fizzing it up for him.
so the dwarf.
We are very immersive here
dwarf-
with the sound effects.
Yep.
The dwarf
Yep.
grabs drinks for you all. Gorf, you try Gorf and Gruna. You try yours, and it is astonishingly good. This wildflower
Yes.
honey mead. It literally smells like a field of wildflowers, and
How
it's
much
very
is that back,
sweet.
by the way?
And oh, you'll find out in a minute.
Oh, Jesus
Um,
Christ.
You're gonna have to roll
You-
poison rolls, dude.
This is the commerce section.
You
You
fuckers
wandered
better pay me
into
back.
the hipster bar. So what's the reaction to this delightful mead?
Gruna eyes are like sparkling, like. I never thought that the drink could taste that good. I'm used to, well, drinking for not be thirsty. And I'm drinking way more than I should, considering it's alcoholic. And I have never
So you
tried any
just-
alcohol before.
You just down it?
Take it easy, dear. Don't want to drink it too fast now.
Why?
Yes, we.
Why?
The diverse effects of the adverse effects of alcohol are it makes you dizzy, makes you want to throw up, it throws your balance off,
Or
you can't
melts
see
your
straight,
face.
or melts your
But you
face.
feel
just-
really good in the process.
Oh.
Just a question. We are currently, though, under the effects of the hero's feast, which makes us immune to poison.
Are we?
Fair
I
enough.
think it's
I
been
took a
done.
long
I forgot
rest.
about that.
I don't
I
think
am.
it's been
I'm
done yet.
going to
Yeah.
Has it
rule.
been 8 hours since
Homebrew.
breakfast?
Homebrew alcohol is not considered a poison on this world.
It's
Fair enough.
considered
Good.
whatever it is that you have
Unless
to
you drink enough to get
There's-
alcohol poisoning, I'd imagine, but I just drinking.
Nice.
That's a different
yeah.
effect. That's not
Yeah,
a poison
Yeah,
effect.
that's how I've always
So we
thought.
won't get alcohol poisoning at least. That's
But there's that.
Oh, you might. No,
But
you
can still
might.
get drunk.
Because it's
You
not
can still get
actual poisoning. It's a different effect altogether.
Okay, Gruna. She's like, I don't know, 60
Anyway,
pounds, so
yes.
she can handle that.
It's like
So,
trying to explain
Poison's
radiation
more like
poisoning.
venom. It's like venom.
So
No.
we're
It's
gonna
injected.
work on this all talking at the same time thing, right? So
Okay.
Gorf, what's your reaction to this?
To the really good drink.
Yep.
He's gonna drink it. He's gonna drink it good. And he's gonna enjoy
Are
every
you
bit
just,
of it.
are you just gonna down it?
No. He's
Okay, so
gonna
you're gonna
eat
sip
it
on it.
moderately quick.
Gruna, what are you? Did you down it? Did you just chug the whole thing?
Yeah, before they said to her that no, you shouldn't do that. It's like, wow, that's so good. Go, go, go.
Okay, could I please have a constitution check, please?
Of course. You
Oh,
can.
no.
If you ask me so nicely.
Oh wait, I'm gonna have to make one of those probably.
I have a +1, so
Oh yeah.
maybe.
Oh damn!
No,
Gruna is.
Oh no!
Oh, did you just get a crit? Oh my god!
That's a
That's
great
a
fail.
alcohol
That's
a
poisoning.
For fail.
Blackout
Crit
drunk.
fail. Gruna
One drink.
is now so wasted because she's
Do you know what I'm
never
envisioning?
had alcohol before.
I'm just
She's
envisioning that scene
never-
from the extended edition.
So
of
hold
Lord of the
on.
Rings.
Hold on. So Gruna is so drunk at this point because this is the first time she's ever had alcohol. That
Oh, man.
now all of her dexterity saves are at disadvantage.
I have a -1.
But you're immune
Yeah.
to fear. The drunk condition.
I think
And
there's an
natural
actual
condition.
drunk effect.
So
Yeah.
you are immune to fear. You do have,
Oh.
but in this situation, because you're so drunk and you've never been this drunk before, you are also now
It's extra.
under the effects of a zone of truth.
Oh no! No, please, no! I
Perfect.
have many secrets.
That you were unaware of. That you were unaware of.
Talkative
So
drunk.
you can choose not to talk, but anytime you open your mouth, you're gonna tell the truth.
This is good.
Whether it's nice or mean, whether it's about you or someone else, it does not matter. So now, all right.
Wow.
I wish I wish I was playing a character who could abuse that.
Right.
You feel very,
Yeah.
you feel very good right now, don't you?
Wow.
Well,
yes, I
with
feel
Gora's
like
gonna be-
so light and like there's so many people in this room.
There's sure. So I'm gonna put a pin in Gruna for now. Let's move on to Dill. So how's your delightful licorice?
Oh well, I'm just taking it calmly. Can I get drunk as an undead?
No.
Fair enough. No, I'm still taking it calmly though, just enjoying it, since I can't
So he's
enjoy
enjoying-
much.
He's enjoying, and all of you can now smell the scent of licorice just sort of coming off of him now.
Oh, my breath is gonna be so bad after this. And I'm gonna have
It's
no
better than
idea.
garlic.
I'm like gonna have a close-up conversation with someone that like,
Everybody's
I have no
Better than
idea.
garlic breath. At least
Yeah.
it's not garlic breath.
You've got straight up. You're gonna just smell straight up like super strong medicine.
You smell like cough syrup. Great
I
job.
mean, I like
All right,
licorice, so
now Zugathir and Ithul, you two got the face melter by Forge Master. This is you see him pull out the bottle, and the bottle's like tiny. It's only about like this big, right? And he pulls out two very, very pretty, very delicate looking glasses that are very small. Look like little sherry glasses,
Oh.
right?
no offense.
They're so
And we lost
small.
Ithul
he
again.
couldn't handle his drink.
No,
It'd be
he sure
interesting.
couldn't.
I'm used to the
He
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 said,
fell
I'm not
off.
paying for that shit. He's gone.
I'm
I'd
used
have
to the
Luna,
Falcon
but she's
Cops.
off
It'd be
camera.
interesting to see
Oh,
what
never
this is
mind.
like.
There we go.
There he is.
All right.
Apologies.
So,
No worries.
Ithul. So you get these. He pulls out like a little bottle. The little bottle. Because you've been in the mines long enough now, you recognize that the bottle is made of adamantine. Right. And
Oh,
then
shit.
you look at the little the little glasses, and they're also made of adamantine. And he's like,
Shit.
now boys,
Doesn't want his shit broken.
Let me show you how this works. All right? And
Oh,
he
it's
takes,
basically
sort
tequila.
of looks around a little bit. He looks over and sees like one of his other clientele, and he's like, let me borrow this. And he just grabs like a couple of hairs, like just plucks a couple of hairs off the guy standing next to you. And he puts one hair in each of your glasses, and he puts one drop onto the hair, and you watch as the hair just disintegrates, starts bubbling and fizzing, and just
I see
disintegrates
why it's
into
called
this
face
liquor.
melter now.
Yeah, that's battery acid.
And
Don't worry.
he's like,
Athul
"You
is
boys
grin
ready?"
smiling so hard right now.
This is interesting.
And
This is completely
he
different from what we
looks
vodka.
around to the crowd, and he's like, everybody, who wants
Oh,
to
it's a
see
challenge drink.
somebody's face get melted?
Fuck.
And the
this
whole
is a challenge
crowd looks
drink.
around, it's like, and everybody's going crazy. They're so excited, you know. And so,
Oh, this is gonna be an absolute nightmare.
you watch it sort of, the crowd sort of opens up, and you guys are now sort of in the center of the crowd. And the barkeep pours just like a quarter of a shot into each little glasses, and you just see a little bit of like steam coming up off of it. And suddenly the bookie's
Great
there,
drinking acid.
and he's like, would you guys like to put a bet on anything? Who do you think's gonna die first?
Have you had this before, Ethel?
Have I drinking this, considering I'm a dwarven liquor connoisseur of sorts?
You probably, so if you grew up with a dwarf, how rich was the dwarf that you grew up
I
with?
would say he was a fairly successful cleric adventurer, so not like overwhelmingly rich, but not poor.
Okay, you probably have not tasted it yourself. This is astonishingly expensive, but you might have seen your adopted father try it at one point, as like maybe like a reward for healing a very well-to-do person or something.
Did it destroy him?
And your memory of it is that essentially he took a drink, and your father was very stoic, as most dwarves are, and because he was also a cleric, and he knew his manners, first you saw like a little drop of blood, just rolled down his face from his eye. And then he excused himself very quickly to go to the restroom. And he
Excuse me,
came
I'm going
back
to die
out.
somewhere else.
He came back out about 45 minutes later. His clothes seem to be, especially his pants, seem to be a little singed. And he was walking a little funny.
His clothes were singed. From drinking.
He just leans over to Zugathir. It made my father cry blood and burned his clothes.
My father never cried.
Not even
Oh.
at his mother's funeral.
I'm
So
here
the
for a
book
good time. for a long
keeps
time.
going around to all of you guys. Do any of you want to place bets on if one of them's going to die?
Just
Well,
so I
I'm having
know
a
how
hard
much
time
money I
staying
have
awake.
to place bets, how much is this going to cost me this round? Just so I know how much money I have left to make a bet, if so.
So total, so each one of your drinks is a platinum piece.
That's
That's a
And-
lot less than I thought it was going to be.
It's
Yeah,
what?
so that's 20 gold.
Yeah,
No,
I mean that's a
platinum is
hell of a
10.
lot of money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's 20 gold.
You
for
know,
me.
That's like
Um,
half a year's allowance.
right.
Yeah, 10
So,
gold is
the
equivalent to
mead,
platinum. So
the meads, because they are very good, expensive meads, were each 3 silver, and then the anise root was 1 silver.
So it's 27 gold. No, 20
No.
gold, 7 silver.
7 silver.
Yes, 20 gold, 7 silver. Let me mark quick.
I'll
So,
place some gold on that Ethel is the winner.
The Ethul
mean-
goes down second. All right.
I shouldn't bet because if I get without money, then my family will be hungry.
I have 2 platinum anyway. Ignore that.
So, what's happening again?
So, Gorf, do you want to bet?
Why is there so many people?
What was
looking
the
at
bet? I was sorry, I was adjusting my
Who's
gold.
going to go down first?
Oh, Zugathir.
that? No, don't
go
read his
down?
mind.
All right. Keep track of your bets.
I don't know how much of it I'm gonna do. No, I'm not gonna bet.
I'm good.
There's and he's like, I give 2 to 1 odds on either one. They both look like little weaklings to me.
I will Ethel.
You what?
Sorry, you're breaking
I
up
put
a bit.
You cut out, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I put 5 gold on myself. That will last longer than Ethel.
All right, he thinks he's got this in the bag, folks. And then he wanders into the crowd and he starts gathering all this money from people. He has a little notebook, keeping score on everything. All right, and the barkeep looks at you, he's like, all right, are you ready?
Ethel slams it.
Oh Jesus!
No, the bartender stops you from doing anything. You have to do it at the same time, so that we can see who really goes down first. So, are you ready?
Hold it before we down it.
I'm sorry. What are you saying?
Before
His face is already melting.
Yep.
I'm going to assume. Okay,
young.
so
And he
Tom
gone.
died. Tom just went right down.
Yeah, he couldn't even take the
It's
smell.
You lost.
Just immediately.
Well, he lost 5. Hey.
All right, so I guess we have to wait for fucking Tom. All right. Okay.
Royalty-free music.
This is the hottest tune on
Yep.
Patrick Planet, by the way. This is
Yep.
what everybody's humming. You know?
Yeah, I think the name is Chaos. Pandemonium,
Taste the
man,
blood.
friend.
Taste your fate.
That's
Taste your
right.
face.
Okay, what's going on with this, Tom?
He's not back yet.
Damn it, Tom. Come on.
What timing?
Desertion.
I know, right?
Deserter.
All right, where the fuck are you? What are you doing? All right, are we?
I got a message.
Oh, what did he say?
That was just Kyle's message.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I sent him a message like, where you at? Because
The fucking timing.
I know, come on.
We're sorry, folks. We're sorry.
Well, if
All right,
he's in
at
the waiting room.
He says.
keep back.
Hey. Right, hello, am I back?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Can you
There
pull
we
it
go.
together, please, sir?
jeez.
Hey, I've got shit.
Don't run
internet,
from
you know
this.
All
Anyway,
right.
yes, I hold my. As I
So,
was saying,
Are you prepared?
I hold my cup up to Thor to sort of
Nope,
cheers.
you don't
the
hold it.
glasses.
You're not allowed to touch it yet. The barkeep is holding it. He's like, all right, boys.
Okay.
Put your hand on the cup. Get ready. You have to do it at exactly the same time. So we can see who falls down first. And
All right, fuck it,
he
let's go.
gives you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! And you hear the crowd start screaming.
Down in one, and then slam the shot glass
And-
upside down on the bar,
That's
and I just
noisy.
wait.
Very nice. Now, I need a constitution save from each of you.
Dun,
We
dun.
came here to discuss business, and now
And
we're
now
getting
we're gonna
cage
die.
raped.
Please,
No,
dice,
two
you
dead party
bullshit
members.
for me so far. Please,
Oof.
dice, God, be
Okay.
nice to me.
Where is my
Calm
roll
down.
from Tom? Come
Calm
on,
down.
Lucas here.
Come on, don't let me down.
Don't let me down, little boy. Oh,
Okay,
let you
so
down.
on the first roll,
You're both
on the
weaklings,
first
though.
roll, as the crowd is
Why did
watching,
I
They're
say
both
me?
dead.
both of you
Why did I say-
suddenly just look at each other, and suddenly there is just a and just this sort of overflowing of a little vomit. Just you spit up a little bit all down your chin onto your clothes.
I keep my
That's
mouth
the
closed
first
as much
thing
as
that
possible
happened.
and just swallow it back down. And it's like,
Yep, and
nope,
you
it's
just-
staying.
No, you just see it now. You're like holding it.
If
and
I
it's like,
can.
now,
Not with a
I
seven.
need another Constitution roll.
Come on, come on, come on,
Okay,
dice.
make me death saving throw.
Oh my god!
I don't know
All
why
right.
it rolled twice.
An 18, so an 18 and 11. All right,
Wow.
for the second
Wow. Why
Constitution
did the dice
saving
hate me
throw,
today?
Ithul, you feel your
Dice hate me today.
eyes just start to burn, but you manage to hold it back, and you cry a single tear of water, and Zugathir cries a tear of bright red blood that then starts sort of you can tell when his heart beats because each time a bit of blood comes out.
Squirts out of his eyes. No.
Just a little bit, just a little drop.
And I'm assuming
Like
at
those
this
meteorites,
point, my
like-
heart is going like 10 to the dozen, so it's like poof, 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 poof.
Some
All
people
right.
don't know how to
And
handle
give
their
me
alcohol.
Why do the dice hate me
Another
today?
Constitution save.
Come on, don't let
That's
me
not
down.
the one.
So Athul, you got a 9. Zugathir, you got a 10. And
Well,
suddenly
Well, he did dex saves.
you
That was
feel
a dexterity save.
Those are dex saves.
Yeah.
Oh, did I
Yeah.
click dexterity?
Yep.
you did.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm on a
Constitution
touch screen right now.
That's much better.
So, Ithul, you can feel this already doing terrible things to your body. This is very painful. And you feel
Jesus
like your
Christ.
intestines are just like quivering inside you right now. But you put on a steel face and you manage to hold it all in. Zugathir, on the other hand.
I'm about to get covered in vomit, aren't I?
No,
Yep.
no.
Well, no, 12 is not too bad.
The bartender suddenly
For the face
grabs
melting.
Zugathir's shoulders and faces him towards the bar as suddenly you smell a little bit of smoke and he farts fire through his pants.
That's why the clothes
No.
were singed.
No.
All right, and I need
Because who
yet
needs
another
burning hands, right?
Constitution save. Currently, the
Running
score
in.
Holding
is Tom
meetings
is
are in
down
fire.
by 2.
The dice
One more
hate me today.
Constitution save.
I don't know what's wrong with it. Come
All right.
on.
Oh,
It wasn't
and
meant to be.
20. There you go.
There's no point in me rolling because the dice just don't want
Do
me
it.
to do
Do,
anything.
No,
do it.
no,
I don't
'cause
care.
Let's see how
No,
well
no,
it
Let's
goes.
get a little bit,
Hey,
please.
it's
I
still
think it's
nat
much
20.
funnier to see you die.
All right.
You have a
there.
+2. What do you expect?
And
He's got a
now-
plus
It's
two
funnier.
more than me. He's
It's
got
way
a plus
funnier
two.
like
It's not much
that.
difference.
Yeah, but he was raised by a dwarf, so you know, it makes sense.
Yeah, he's
The dice are just
Don't-
trying to be
don't
realistic.
the
don't
dice
get
know.
shitty. Lean
Well.
into it, Tom. Lean into the thing that is happening
Oh no,
to
I
you
am.
right now.
I know I am. But
Have
it's just
fun
it's
with
like,
it.
why do the dice hate me?
So as
God damn it.
you see Ithul, your whole body, like Ithul, you're now sweating like a pig, like just sweat is just streaming off you right now. Okay. And Ithul, you do something. Well, no, let's do Tom first. So first, Tom, you are facing this
Give it to
huge
me.
crowd. They're all
Give
cheering.
it to me.
You know, it's fucking amazing. And then your eyes start glowing red, and the entire crowd, like, you can see all of them sort of grab plates or like duck behind like chairs and tables and things
Oh
like that.
shit.
And you
Oh, no.
feel this burning sensation in your esophagus, and you just go and fall on the ground, and an actual like little fireball comes shooting out of your mouth. And you see the guy with the notebook take a metal tray and sort of bat it aside because he knew it was coming.
Not the first
And
time.
there's now a scorch mark
He bashes it
on
out. He
the
knocks it out the
wall.
open window.
There is now a scorch mark along the open wall. And all of you then suddenly notice that inside there's a bunch of different scorch marks all around the room. And each of them has a name carved into it.
Hey, all the fame.
And Tom, your eyes roll back in your head and you pass out on the floor.
I'm imagining
With
like
your
the
ass
edition of Lord of the
showing.
Rings, like Gimli. Where he's like,
Now, Ithul,
oh yeah.
you are sweating like a pig and you are just holding it together. And everyone in the bar is looking at you like, how is this guy doing this? This is fucking crazy. And you feel something coming up, but you were just. And the bartender comes out from behind the bar with the adamantine little cup, and he holds it up in front of your mouth, and you realize that you're supposed to spit and you just go, and you see this little seed pop into the cup, and the bartender's like,
That's your intestines.
"You're the first one," and the crowd goes fucking crazy. They are just
Why?
Luna is so
losing their
confused.
mind.
You're like, what?
He was just reading his poetry. Did I miss something?
Oh, yes.
And you
over
look,
the heart, over the bar.
and the seed. Anybody around, everyone except Zugathir can give me a nature check because Zugathir is passed out on the ground.
Sure. Let's see if the drunk Luna knows that.
21.
Oh,
11.
nice. So, Gorf, you are the only one that recognizes this. But you know
You're
that
naughty.
this is the seed of a very insanely rare flower that only grows next to lava flows or places where there is a lot of elemental fire energy. This is the seed of an actual fire flower. And that's what gives this thing its insane kick, because you're actually swallowing a
Fire.
little tiny bit
See,
of
this is
elemental
how Super
fire.
Mario does it.
That's
Oh!
right.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Super Mario knows how to take his alcohol.
Yeah.
We should just
I'm
leave a bottle of this around for every boss
Let's
fight. It's
go.
like last resort fireball.
If
So
fire is fire, I
you,
would
so
not
it's
have touched
cool.
that.
Well, you're passed out, honey. You're passed
Yeah,
out.
and
Yeah,
no one can
cool.
hear you anyway right now because
If
you're.
I'd read
So
that,
Athul. So Tom, let some other people go, please. So Athul, what are you gonna do?
Huh. Do I get to keep it?
I guess so. Sure. And you now have a fire flower seed, sir. The guy who was taking the bets has
Get
just
out.
finished collecting from everyone. And he looks at you and he tosses you like 5 gold, and he's like, "Best show I've seen in a long time." Oh my god.
Pleasure to be of service. I try to help Zugathir up and put his unconscious body into the chair.
Zugathir's eyes sort of flutter open a little bit.
just roll back and it's like,
On their feet, buddy. Come on.
And now everybody's coming up, and they are buying you as many drinks as you want. They're
Are you
all
getting
super
more?
excited to know
Another!
you.
out of interest, pure just interest. Come on,
You
what's
what?
gonna happen now? I just out of interest, I wanted to see what happened if I rolled again. Now I get the good roll.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Of
always how it
course.
is. Don't
Of
torment
course, it's
yourself.
always after.
Well, that's your
Always.
so.
Always.
It
So
was meant to be.
you are now just as drunk as Gruna,
If not
with
more so.
all the same effects.
Well, I don't
So
expect
we
more.
now
Yeah,
have two completely hammered
And honest
party
characters.
members.
Oh yeah, and we came in here to plan, and now we got two worthless people.
And we have way too much attention, so if we ever try to discuss some plans of B&E,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna hear.
Perfect.
I'm not
It's
worthless.
It's okay. We
I
can
feel
just get some food into
better
their
than
bellies and we'll
ever
get them
felt.
sobered up.
Yeah.
We have enough food in our bellies. Are you kidding me? We had like 5 breakfasts.
Two of us need
Yeah.
You guys only had 2. Me and Gorf had 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
it was those
I love
sausages.
this
Those
game.
sausages helped you.
I love this game. Just want to say.
You can't do this shit anywhere else, people.
You really can't.
So we now.
Oh, God.
So are you guys gonna try to plan some stuff now? What's going on?
I mean,
Yes, we have to plan what we're gonna to do with that little stupid guy. So
Well, first off, we're going to need our sneaky fellow here to sober up a little bit. We got a few hours until the sun goes down.
Well, if we do need someone to be undetected, I recently learned a new way of keeping undetected. I can turn
Then you
myself
do that.
invisible for a while.
then you do that. You do that.
That
first
would be
and get
incredibly useful.
undetected.
I also
mean-
have some things that can help, possibly. But it's tricky.
No, no.
Well, I
Is he
sort of go
alright?
cross-eyed occasionally, and then they go back.
Oof, I should not get another one, but it tasted so good.
People
I never
just keep
tasted
handing
anything
you
like
this
that.
super good mead. Are you gonna drink it as they hand it to you?
I will try if no one stops me. Yeah.
Okay, give me another
Yeah.
Constitution check.
Gorf will try to
Oh,
stop her.
God.
That's enough of that.
Why? I never
You
tasted
don't want to
anything.
hurt yourself.
And
You
what
heard
if I hurt myself? At least
You
I'm
ever heard of-
alive.
Too much of a good thing.
I'm so done drinking only water and tasting fucking
Just
bad
let-
food.
Just
I just
Okay.
want
drink,
something
it's
good
fine.
for once in my
Just-
life.
Space it out.
We're
No.
here to have a good time, not
No.
here for
I'll
a
go
good
get her
time.
some
No.
apple juice.
It's fine. Don't worry.
You treat me like if I was stupid or something. I know how to handle my drink.
Kyle, I'm gonna go up to the bar and see if they have anything non-alcoholic, just like fucking apple juice or something.
Yeah,
It's the
she
hipster
knows
bar.
the difference.
They've got so they do have, because you're in a hipster bar, they do have 14 different types of artisanal apple cider, as well as several types of different ciders, like a plum cider and a pear cider and a
Oh, no,
peach
keep that away
cider,
from me.
and then an apple peach cider and an apple plum cider,
Ooh.
and then they have a cucumber cider and a
I'll
watermelon
just
cantaloupe
have the
cider.
most exotic one.
Okay, so he goes over
Oh,
to another
cucumber.
very
Ugh.
small little keg, and he pulls out like a little glass and fills it up, and it is just the most astonishing aroma that you've ever smelled.
And you smell?
He's like,
Well, no,
Now
I
this
don't. I'm just
one-
okay. This looks
this
good.
one's it's 5 platinum pieces. If you want the most exotic.
Turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it down.
I'll just have the normal apple juice.
Oh, all right,
Uh-oh.
right, that's fine. And as he sort of as he walks it back, he puts the glass in like a little glass case with like a lock on it. But as he walks past, the smell of it, everyone at the bar suddenly just stops talking, and each of you suddenly has a little vision, just very briefly, of the happiest moment of your life. And you just live in that moment for just a second, and then the smell goes away, and you all come back.
Greta
that's
starts
magical.
crying.
I'll just grab the normal ass apple juice, bring it over to Gruna. Here, have this instead. Tastes just as good and won't deteriorate your health.
Thank you.
and it is very tasty.
You know what? I was just thinking of the time I left my place with my family, and you know.
Oh, well, where are you from?
Well,
What the fuck is Phil doing? What?
That was an
That
accident.
was just someone.
My
I
cat
killed
just won't leave me
Bruna.
alone.
Pulls that
she
across,
said
like,
too much.
type, oh,
random
I've
crossbow
heard
bolt. Ethul has just had it. He has had it.
Well,
I don't
So,
even use that thing.
Ethul, you did you bring any? What do you want to do with all like the drinks that you're getting offered?
Well, I guess just kind of share them with everybody who still wants to drink.
Okay, fantastic. Um, so now, Gorf, how about you? What's going on over there, guy?
He's just taking it in. He's almost done. He's almost done with his mead.
Okay, very, very gently sipping on it. There.
See, that's what a Thule expected to be able to do, is just sit there and sip and enjoy a nice drink, not just get into this drinking contest.
Oh. So now, do the sober people, do they want to have a conversation while the drunkies are in the corner?
Well, I
Sort
was
of
just
wobbling
initiating
a
a
little bit.
conversation with Gruna. Talking. I just asked her, "Well, where are you from, Gruna?" Afterwards, he said,
Yeah, it's not the nicest place. Do you know do you know Nanket?
I don't think so. I have never ventured outside of Merchant.
Never go there. Never go there. They will I don't know. It's slave you or
You've
something.
heard of non-ket, and you do know it's been big news all over the world that just a few years ago they had a major civil war.
You know what?
You know that much
A
about
voice just told me a little bit of information about it, so I
it.
I just heard a little. I remember now. Yeah, I heard about the Civil War a while back.
Yeah, and thank God it happened. You know, it's like it was so foggy for all of my life. I just said yes to everything. I mean, I remember, but it's like everything was so clear, so easy. And then it stopped. And I started thinking for myself, and that wasn't a good place for my family. And my child, she never knew. She never was, well, like us. She never lived in the fog. She couldn't live like that. We had to escape. We had to leave, you know? And, well, I'm telling too much.
Right, give me one more Constitution save.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh, well, 5.
Oh no, 5. Rip.
Con saves are not
Bruna.
going well today. Well,
Bruna just sort of pukes on the table a little bit and falls down.
You know, I might be
Here,
puking,
I'll help
but
her
I'm
out
happier than
and just help her to a bathroom or something,
No.
or just a bucket.
hold her
There
hair
are
back.
definitely outside there are a bunch of guard robes and outhouses.
hold my hair.
Yeah, I'll just hold her hair.
I don't like this.
Friggin'
Why
drunk
did you
college
do
girl.
to me?
That was
Why
actually
did you
very
poison
realistic.
me?
And outside,
Very realistic sound
as
then.
you are heading
You said it was right.
as you're heading towards the outhouse, you see someone coming from the outhouse who's got, it's a beautiful woman. I mean, just stunningly beautiful, with long, like
Oh, no.
reddish blonde hair all the way down. You know, just these bright blue eyes, just coming out. And she comes over and she's like, "Are you all right?"
Me?
And she's
On her
like,
shoes.
"I've got a little something for that, sweetie." And she sort of digs around in her pouch a little bit, and she pulls out a little vial, and she grabs Gruna's face and like
No,
opens the
I don't
vial, and
want
it's
to drink
just like,
more. No.
just smell it, and suddenly, Gruna, you feel just totally better.
Oh,
It's gone now. Like you're totally sober. Everything's good. You actually feel so much better than you have in a while. Like you feel just pretty incredible. It's like, yeah, that always works for me.
thank you, lady. What's your name? I want to know my savior.
You can call me Tara.
Tara? Sure, my name is
Mhm.
Gruna. Thank you very much.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Gruna. I've got to run, though I've got a very important meeting that I've got to get to, but I hope you feel better, sweetie. Okay. Bye-bye
What?
now.
Thank again. I will think about Sugar Theory's situation and then think, nah, he deserves it. And goodbye.
Well on him, bitch. I'm passed out. This is just snoring in the corner at this point.
No. No. So what's so while all that's been happening, have Athul and Gorf been doing any planning, or is Athul too busy with the drinking and the adulation?
Thul's not too concerned with adulation. He's more concerned with the plan. He very rarely gets drunk. He just likes to keep a steady buzz.
Which needs even more alcohol whenever he's drinking. Okay, a steady buzz is like 25 shots, and
Mhm.
It just takes more and more and more.
every time it's a little bit more.
Well, this is going to keep you buzzed for about 3 days, just so you know.
Excellent. Thul will be happy with that.
So you like even me, like just like giving it a few hours, I'm still gonna be fucked.
You won't be like hammered in like a couple of hours. Like by sundown, you will be pretty. Like you're still gonna have disadvantage on your dexterity save,
Yeah.
but you'll have the wits necessary not to be under the zone of truth effect anymore.
Okay.
And you'll
That's-
just be sort
yeah,
of.
what I was expecting.
Your body's still gonna hurt a little. You went through a lot there.
Can't 100% walk in a straight line yet. It's a bit wobbly.
Okay, you keep your
So-
secrets. I only told you
No.
a quarter of the story.
So what's the plan now, kids?
Oh well, Thul's gonna try and pull together everybody. Primarily Dill, Zugathir, and Gorf, while he lets
Awesome.
Gruna recover.
You know what?
I'm good now. I'm good.
Before we
He
do
doesn't
that,
know that yet. Though.
I feel like this would
Well, I'm
be
coming
a
with
good
Gil.
spot for like a 10-minute break.
All right.
Works for me.
Sure.
How does that
Sounds
sound
good.
to
My
everybody?
light just
How
died,
do
so now
you-
my face is darker.
How do you want
So I
to
can fix
do
that.
that?
I think. Do we have anyone actually in the stream right now?
I don't think
I
so.
am. I am.
There's
I
like
mean-
6 people. So I'm in.
I mean, I think that's
How
us.
do-
Yeah, it's only
Just
us. I
6,
mean,
correct.
Yeah, I think that's all us.
Yeah, 'cause if
Um,
we're all here in there, then that'll be it.
So,
Is there anything we
and
can
I
put
think we
up
can
to
pop
say we're on
out
a
for
break?
10 minutes. I think you can do a big banner, right?
Yeah, I think.
If you like, even like if you shared screen and just had a notice up or something, maybe. Even anything like that.
We should be able to create a banner that's like, you know,
Oh yeah, because you do like the ticker tape stuff.
10-minute
as well, can't you?
break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, back shortly.
Yeah, so,
Forgot about that.
Some elevator music.
right?
Just like some
elevator musical. Lore, Lore, Lore.
and then just like after like into like yeah. All right, cool.
It just
Yeah.
popped up briefly. I think you need to make it like a crawl or
Came up.
something across the bottom to keep it permanent.
No, I can just do that and it'll stay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. 10-minute break. Yay. All right.
All right.
I'm going to try to. So at 2:30.
I'm just gonna pull
2:30
everyone.
sharp.
Sure.
Cool.
I'll be back.
Hello.
Oops. Sorry, Luna.
So Luna,
Yeah.
bye. No.
Bye.
We love
Oh.
Poor
you.
thing.
What's happening?
Next time we have to get a real one.
We'll be changing
Yeah.
programs
Is this the
next
maximum
time.
you have currently, or
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do more if we would do
We're also
the
changing
paid
programs.
version, but yeah, we want to
okay.
switch programs instead because
Hmm.
Landon can do a lot more with the other program that he found.
All right, nice.
So, all right, fabulous. So, thank you
I
for
have my
being
rum.
back
I'm good to go.
after 10 minutes. That's delightful.
It was difficult, but I could make it.
instead of I'm used to groups being back about 30 minutes after on a 10-minute break, you know.
Yeah. Usually the way.
So, all right, so things have sort of started like dying down a little bit. And you have found a space. You can't really get anything done in the bar portion of it, but over by the stage, there's definitely some room for you all to like sit down away from other people.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so let's take stock of
Cool.
what we're all capable of for this.
Indeed. Is Sugathir better now? Have we given him time to sober up?
Zugathir's
Yeah,
not
at
going to
this
be
point, am I
sober
down to
before
the
tomorrow
disadvantage?
morning.
Can
But at this point,
Luna
we're talking
like
now.
use a restoration spell or something? Does Luna have like lesser restoration or something like that?
I think that's a level 3 spell. I think.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
she's not high enough level
She's
yet
only
to
just
have
got
that.
access to level.
I think
Yeah, I think
lesser
level
restoration is level 2.
I think I could take
That
it, but I
sounds- that
run out
sounds
of the
familiar.
spells.
I don't think that.
Well, if we go to level 4.
Oh, We should have had a paladin with like the fucking cleansing hand thing.
Right?
No, you are
No,
correct.
but
Lesser
Luna does
restoration.
no-
does not
never mind.
have. Does not
Lesser
have
restoration
that now.
is a second level abjuration spell. You are correct.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, but
we
Luna
got a
says
new
no,
friend in
so-
chat.
Do we?
Nice.
Oh, hi, new friend in
Oh,
chat.
hey.
So we're actually planning now. So we've now gone through an actual Fireflower bar brawl, essentially. Zugathir shat fire out of his pants, threw
I
up,
have a nice hole there
and
now.
fell on the ground. Ethul, on the other hand, was very stoic, and with his critical hit, with his critical success, managed to actually get the Fireflower seed
There we go.
and spit it into a cup. So he now has a seed of a Fireflower, which is delightful. Good for you. Gruna found a nice lady, out back who helped her sober up very quickly, who then wandered off again.
Ciao.
And now we're
I'll
trying
be
to
in a
figure out how the hell to get into this house so that we can go and get this damn medallion.
All right, so
what's
Dill, you
happening?
said you figured out how to make yourself invisible.
Yes, I was bestowed by my patron the ability to turn myself or someone else invisible. I think it works. Yeah, it's touch. Yes, I have been gaining the knowledge of how to turn myself or someone close to me invisible for a period of time.
Well, I
Well,
don't really
before
like to
that,
use-
what are we even looking for? We just gonna rifle through this guy's house and hope he has it?
I
Ideally,
doubt
we're
he
looking
has
for
it, but he
anything
might
that
be
has.
hiding information.
He might have the medallion, or perhaps there's some ledgers we could find that point into the direction of what happened to the random alias.
I don't really like doing that, but I can change my appearance, so I can seem like someone that he has never seen before.
Well, you know, we also have someone else that's pretty good at doing that.
This is true.
Yes, I can also do that.
If it helps, I can,
Ah, well, that's a stepping on my toes
I
then.
I can only do this once, and I can only choose one of these options at the moment.
You're so drunk
But I
right now.
can-
Drunky,
Drunky, don't talk.
I need you to get drunk. You got to get drunk.
have some ability
You're not
that
even
might
comprehending what
help.
we're talking about. This is like quantum mechanics
I-
right
Come
now.
on, let him try. Let him try.
I mean,
Let the man try.
I'm assuming at this point I'm no longer that drunk. I'm no longer zone of truth
No, you're
drunk.
still
so I've
real
sobered
drunk.
up a bit. Yeah.
You
still have a
shot
tiny-
fire out of your
you're still-
mouth.
I
and
You're
probably
still real
comprehend
drunk, dude.
conversation at this point.
A
But can I
little.
comprehend conversation? Is what I'm saying.
A little.
I can't be stealthy or make darkness. That would probably help.
Nope. Not.
Nope.
Nope.
Hmm.
You.
Deal.
I don't know if
You.
that's the
How
way
much
to
time
go.
would
You
you
removed
do?
yourself from this equation when you drank that.
Deal. How much time would you need to, well, actually investigate the room? I can try to disguise myself and, well, make him.
So just be
Be not as aware.
aware. You have no idea what's inside the house. The house is huge.
Hmm.
We also have no idea what we're looking for.
You don't have any
Yeah.
idea what you're looking for. You have no idea how big the house is. Disregard the map that you saw before. I thought you guys were gonna get into the house, but you did not. So so you have no idea. And mind you, this is in that one room is in a huge manor. You don't know where it is.
Hmm.
You don't know how big the house is. So
I mean, we probably
I
know the
only
room
have 2 hours worth of invisibility.
Neil looked in through the window, and we probably saw someone from the door, so we probably know that
Okay.
one room.
Let me do
Can-
this.
Can I?
nope, you actually don't know that one room, Tom, because the one room is nowhere near the front door. So
Can I? So
Oh, that's not the entrance. What we were seeing.
nope, that's where
Hmm.
you guys were gonna
What?
go. He was gonna take you through the house to
I see.
the office to discuss things, but he
So
did not.
we saw a bit of the entrance, but that's all.
So based on what you saw in the entrance, what you saw was what looks like a huge sitting room, with you saw like a grand staircase in the back, but that's really all you can see from the entrance. And you can tell that the sitting room doesn't even go the entire length of the house, and it's still massive.
All right.
Okay. We
Can
need
I-
only one person to get in there. Sorry, Garth. I'll talk over you. So-
That's okay. I'm saying so. I would like to like utilize the mouse mafia or the mouse folk in some kind of way,
Ooh.
and I'm trying to figure
Okay.
out what's a reasonable kind of association that Gorf would have with them, based
You
on
already have a contact.
his nobility and his. I mean, maybe it is Mikey, and that's just the best way to go. But I mean, all people or all I guess folks that are in the country or in the military, so that include Gorf. So maybe there was someone that Gorf met in his time in the military that would be able to help him, mouse folk. Just trying to
You
figure
don't.
out how.
You have no idea if anyone is in the city right now that you would have known from your military service.
Sure.
You can certainly go over to the military quarter and try to find someone that you know. That's legit.
Just gonna bribe
There's-
Mikey.
But you can always also just go talk to Mikey too.
Yeah. Well, I think
In the mice. That's the answer we're looking for. We don't have any clue. The mice have their literal fingers in every pie. If we can figure out what they know, will be golden.
Shall we go pay our friend
Sure.
Mikey a visit?
Yeah, but
You
it should only
know.
be. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it should only be people that didn't piss him off.
I wasn't there, so I guess
I'm
I
not
can
sure
go.
if we can just put all our trust into this one mouse we met once. Are we sure that's the right way to go with this?
If he's part of the mafia, grease his palms enough and he'll probably do anything.
Yeah, but
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, this
we also
halfling
beat
man we
him up
met.
It's pretty cool when I talked to him.
yes, Sigurthi, yes.
They-
Would you like to have play with that? And I don't know, I take a bracelet or something, like if he was a cat.
I just
Jiggly
look
jiggly.
at you, and I just, even drunk, I just look at you and give you a death stare and just like shake my head.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Just a gentle,
mean-
friendly whap. It's like a little finger tap with like, fuck you.
Yeah, if you talk to the right people, the mouse folk, they can be trusted if you know how to handle them.
What if
They
this
have all
halfling
kinds of good
fellow
information.
already has his hands in the mouse pockets? Wouldn't they trust him before this group of strangers?
I don't know, I think we
Well,
should
I'm not a stranger to them. They know who I am. At least the people
Okay.
in the mafia do.
Let's do
Oh,
one
they
thing.
do?
Gorf.
You've had connections with them before?
Yeah, my father's on the council. I'm not
There we
nearly as
go.
famous as he is, but
Fancy
I
pants.
can drop names.
Let
Are
me.
you sure that's the way we want to go?
I think it's
I won't
better
make
than
a
just breaking in the house and trying to figure it out from there.
I would say
I personally think we
Otherwise-
should try to at least check all of our different options.
we
Sure,
should know
I
more
was just-
information about him.
I feel
Maybe
like that's going to be the safest. They literally infiltrate. That's their thing.
well, if Dil can do it, I can keep us in communication if he's inside the house, so we can know more stuff. And then if he doesn't find anything, we can go to
Well, they
this
probably
mouse.
already know the information. There's not a whole lot that goes on without that group knowing. It's just a matter of how to get that information from them.
I'm willing to humor the idea.
I'm
Well,
just
All
a
right,
little
we'll set it
bit-
If
to
you
a
believe
vote
you can
then.
be trusted,
Who wants to?
Well,
Who wants to go talk to the mice people?
I guess
I'm
that
on.
fool will tag along with Gorf.
if Gorf is
Two.
in, I mean, we can do it.
3,
Sure.
4.
I mean,
And
I'll come
Drunky.
along, questioning it.
Fabulous. All right.
If everyone
So,
else is going, I
um,
stumble along afterwards because I'm not being
you're-
left behind.
Lovely. So your bar tab has obviously been taken care of. You start to head out. As you're leaving, you hear like the conversation has shifted some, and you see all these people like writing, and it's like thinking, and then you hear some people whisper things like, like a fool and the flower of fire. No.
Oh shit, he's being immortalized in song. Oh shit.
You're gonna be legendary.
And then you
I'll
leave
use lead
and you start.
The other man's name is Sugathir.
That
I'll
fool
sort
will
of point
ta-
up to the scorch mark where they've named every scorch mark.
Hang on.
Yep. And
that
you
fool will
can
just put
see-
a
you can
platinum
see
down
that
near
there's
the bar
already.
just for inspiration.
I hear Dill, and I just it doesn't do any. Let me also try one of these.
Dylan feels proud of himself. He just helped his friend Sugathir out with becoming famous. You're welcome, Sugathir.
I overhear Dill, and I punch him in the shoulder. Not enough to do damage, but enough to be like, "Hey, fuck off."
All right. So you have now hit 2 of your teammates. Are both of you okay with being struck by Zugathir?
I mean, no, I'm not like dealing damage. It's sort of that friendly sort of.
Okay,
like, eh.
it's fine. No, so one of the things on this server is
Just-
if you
just to
hit
clarify.
another person who's a player, There will never be a roll or anything like that. We're just going to role play the interaction, and you
I was
each
just
character
rolling.
so that nobody is. So no, this is I'm just explaining to you what's going to happen on the server. If there is a situation where somebody hits another player, it's not going to be about rolls. You are both going to be telling your own story about what happens in the fight. So so just be aware if that happens. It's not going to be about good rolls or bad rolls. It's going to be about who tells a better story.
Yeah. I just did a couple of rolls.
They
just to see if I
understand that you are playing. They understand that you're just being playful and drunk, and that's totally fine. You look over and you see that in the newest Scorch space, they've scratched some of the Scorch mark off, and it just says Zug, Z-U-G. Because that's all they could
knows
fit
how to
into
spell
the
my
Scorch
name.
mark.
Even though it's right
And
here.
you guys head out into the world, back towards the library, looking for Mikey. And you do get there. You get there pretty quickly. You know the way. And you get there just before sunset, which is when the library closes. And he looks like he's sort of like closing up shop a little bit. You know, like
Before we enter, I will disguise myself and look like just sort of a nobleman or something, someone well dressed, just sort of the higher society.
okay, awesome.
Surrounded by all these ruffians.
Does anybody else do anything?
No, I will just go in with my normal cheap ass clothes.
Nope.
Thule and
Alright.
Gorf already kind of have a rapport with him, so.
Yep. So as you walk in, what? You're what?
I said, I'm me. I can't do anything.
You are wasted still. So
I'm
you
stumbling
drunkenly
like left and right.
wander in.
I'll give him my
So-
scythe just to lean on as a staff.
I
Oh
have
my
my own
A
stuff.
walking
Uh,
stick.
I have my own
Maybe
quarter
maybe
stuff. I have
some
my
of
own
you
stuff.
should wait outside.
Ah. Does anybody wait outside?
Would you prefer
Come on,
if I
kids, make a
waited
decision.
outside, Gorf?
I head inside.
I don't know how kind
of
they are to having drunks in the library. Might
Okay,
not look too good.
you know, Mike, I will stay with Sugar here. I don't want to leave him alone.
I mean, I've already
All right,
started
so
heading. I would just
Zugathir and
inside,
Gruna.
No,
You're what?
I will tap you on the shoulder. Let's stay here. Come on.
I want to go inside and see the mouse man.
Well, I can show you another mouse man, and I use the silent image to create a mouse man. Aha.
Just running in the opposite direction.
Oh,
Hey,
No,
come
not
back
this
here,
one.
little mouse. We need to talk to you.
I think that Zugathir is still drunk enough that he probably would not recognize that this was an illusion.
I mean,
That's fair.
do you want me to make an intelligence check? Because I know Gruna, but
Nah, it's been like pretty obvious. I did it like in front of his face. I don't think it's
it's like
necessary.
Okay, so you have a little. So are you going to hang out outside, or are you going to burst into the library drunk?
I mean, Sugar, you're
I mean,
not in conditions
if
to
they-
talk to them.
I mean, at this point, I'm assuming Gruna's probably distracted me enough by talking to me and trying to distract me that everyone else has already walked
Fabulous.
inside that I haven't even
All
noticed.
right. So we have got
We'll be
three of you are heading inside. As you come inside, the Mikey looks and recognizes. He recognizes both Gorf and Ethul, and he looks up and he's like, "Hi guys,
Hi, Mikey.
you're back already. All
Man.
right."
We had such a good time with you last time that we wanted to come back.
Everybody has a good time with Mikey.
Always. I'm sheepish to say that we didn't come back just for fun. Actually, we need your help with something. If you potentially could help us out. And he passes him another platinum.
Oh, sure, whatever you need, boy.
Oh man, that warms my heart to hear.
For ya.
Well, we were hoping to get some information on the underground or the down low or whatever you want to call it. And I was hoping that, you know, you'd have some connections that might be able to help us out.
You mean you want me to talk to mom's friendly foreigners?
So, wait, sorry, what?
Mom's friendly foreigners. It's our international community.
That sounds fabulous.
Would
I think
Dwarf know what that
that's
is? I'm even confused. I almost basically wrote the lore, and I'm confused about what that is in out of game.
I think it's just they're he's a mama's boy. I think that's the situation.
No,
Because
because
the mothers rule everything.
yeah. So there's
Mom's
there's a
network.
group. The mafia is run by this like group
It's
of
a
like
mafia.
super old, like mom,
Hey.
like grandma. It's like the grandma mice mafia. So I would know that as like the intel gathering outside of the
Yeah, you would recognize
Fallen.
that as inside your country, it's known just as, you know, mom's friends.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay.
So if you're one of mom's friends, that means that you have a connection to her, or them to the Council of Mothers. Out here, it's mom's friendly foreigners because they're all in a different land.
Sweet. Yes, we would love to potentially get in contact with your contacts and Mother's friendly forwarders.
Sorry, that we didn't quite. I didn't actually hear that all.
Or you might even be able to solve the problem yourself and make a little extra money.
Sorry, the high-pitched voice is sort of cutting
Yeah.
out with your mic.
It's kind of
Yeah.
I
No,
haven't
it
heard
is.
it the whole
Yeah.
time.
It's cutting out occasionally, yeah.
So, well, darn it. Okay, so this mic
I'm
does
sure it
not
sounded
pick up.
awesome.
I feel like I need a new mic that will actually pick up the various things that are going on.
Just do an Italian accent and you get the same,
Oh
sort of.
God, no! Oh my
Just
Lord!
be-
Mamma el
Or
Italiano.
French
No.
accent, ratatouille.
So he's asking, what are you looking for?
We're looking for information on, and he looks at a fool. What's that guy's name again?
Well, Randomalia, but at the moment, the one who owns the house is Hobby Lobby Louse.
We know there's some dirt on Hobby Lobby Louse, and we got to figure out what it is. We need something from him.
Oh, there's a lot of dirt on Hobby.
That's why we came to the best.
What do you want to know?
Well, he looks at the fool. How much should we actually tell him? How much do we need to tell him? I'm not good with these things.
He just kind of like leans down next towards Mikey. We would like to find out exactly why it is that the Randomalia sold their property to his family, but then suddenly vanished.
We're also looking for a certain item.
Oh, really? What's this item?
The medallion, correct?
It's a medallion.
Well, so what you want me to do is you want me to let you know what happened to the elves, why Lobby's family bought the property, and where this medallion is. And if it's the medallion that I'm thinking of, well, he never lets it out of his sight. So this is gonna cost you.
Oh, we know, but we wanted to make sure we got the right information.
We always have the right information for the right price.
That's why we came to you.
Why don't you make an offer?
Athul will give him a platinum piece and more to come, plenty more to come when you deliver it.
Ha! How much is plenty?
I've got my own stash. I don't know about them. Kind of
I don't
gestures
play
to the group.
games like this. You want the goods? Give me the gold.
How about favors? We traded favors.
We always trade in favors, but what kind of favors can you give us?
I have.
I'm not there, but it's my spirit.
All right, I will pick up, still disguised as this nobleman of high society or whatever. Well, we have great reach in this city, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, and I've never seen you before, which means you are lying.
That was fast.
Just Mikey, I'm assuming you know who my father is, right?
Of course.
So you know what kind of favors potentially could happen.
Well, I know what kind of favors could happen. What kind of favors are you offering?
Of course, not a negotiator. Well,
Athul
You know what
will
you can do for
telepathically
me?
message
Help
Mikey in
me.
his.
Help
He'll
me, God, help
telepathically
me,
message
Athul.
Mikey in his head. He'll just say, "Would you be interested in some of the secrets in the bottom of that mine that's being repaired?"
Did you actually say that to him?
In his mind, yeah.
To Mikey
Oh,
or
shit.
to?
To Mikey, yeah, in his mind.
Oh.
Oh
Hmm.
shit.
Oh shit, it's correct.
If you come and report to me once a week, tell me everything, and I will know if you're lying. You come tell me everything. And we already know about the market, and we want to stall.
That probably wouldn't be too hard to arrange.
I don't know. You got that much pull with Corton?
Well, the mine is going to technically officially be partially ours to own, so. And I have really no stake in the mine personally,
Is
so if
that?
you'd like, I could probably pass my share of it on to you all if you, prove yourselves to
You're
be
offering me
excellent
a
friends.
share? You're offering me a share of the mine. Hmm.
Only if you prove very helpful.
I think we could do business. I think we can definitely do business.
Why is everyone just staring
Hold
at
on.
each other right now?
Athul just holds his finger. Athul just holds his finger up to Dill. Just 1 sec.
Give me 1 second, honey.
You see Mikey hit a section of the floor with his foot, and suddenly a little bit of the floor slides away, and there's a whole other row of sending stones down there.
Oh, that
that are
was
the
exactly
secret
what I was
stones.
going to ask for.
And you see him touch one of them for a second, then another one, and then the first one again, and then the second one. And then the floor slides back in place. He's like, okay, give me a minute. And you wait
Take
for a
your
little
time.
bit. And about 10 minutes later, another mouse shows up, hands Mikey a parcel, and then leaves. And Mikey unfolds it, and you see a contract.
Mm.
Like, you signed this, you get what you want.
Did anybody oppose?
We don't know what's going on. You've been doing it all in their mind.
I mean, while we
Yeah.
were waiting, I was gonna fill you guys in.
Did you?
Yes.
Like, I know that these guys have a reputation for potentially being underhanded, but they're not evil. When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
At the very least, they seem
As
like
long as it doesn't piss off Corton.
I don't really care about Corton.
Well, I care about. Well, you know, I kind of agree with that, but I care about his reaction to it and how it affects all of us and our share and stake and future.
Well, I'm
So-
the only one offering my share. My share in the mine means nothing to me. All I care about is, you know, finding the certain things that might be in the bottom of it and killing it. So I'm
All right,
completely
well.
fine giving over my share of the mine.
So Mikey looks up at you and he's like, "All right, you ready to sign? We're not going
Can
to
I-
take your whole share. We're just going to take half your share."
Can I do like a some kind of like
Yeah, can I inspect the contract just to check for any funny
Yep.
wordage?
based on what I know of the Mafia and what I know
Should I roll
of
anything?
Corton, how much trouble is this going to cause? Do I have an idea of how much trouble this is going
It
to cause?
depends. It depends on if Corton finds out.
I mean, he has to eventually, right?
I mean, eventually, yeah. When the mice show up and demand they're part of the mine.
So he's going to be pissed off. That's
You don't know if he's going to be pissed
Everything
off.
is going robot.
Oh, I think it's you.
It's you in this
Sounds
case,
alright
yeah.
for me. Might be you.
Yeah.
Who? Me?
everybody.
No,
No, it's you.
it's you.
Everyone. Yeah, everyone else is fine. It's just him.
Okay.
Just to clarify, though, only Ithul has to sign this. Gorf and I.
Yeah, only Ithul has to sign it.
Okay. Then I'm fine with it.
So
I'll just take a step back.
so we don't really
and just
know how
stand.
Corton. So based on that, we
You have
don't.
no idea how Corton is going to react.
And
but
we
you
don't
can
know what
guess
their
he will.
relationship to them is.
You don't know enough about Corton at this
Okay.
point.
Ithul's confident he can go to Corton and, you know, butter it over. It's just like, yeah, these guys will be useful probably for finding more debt ledgers. So,
Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
All right.
Yeah.
So Mikey like pulls a pin out of his drawer and he's like, "Let me see your finger."
holds it out.
Right? And he pokes it and you see a drop of blood hit the contract and the contract starts to sparkle. You can feel that something is shifting. Like this is a contract that you recognize this as like this is a contract that cannot be broken. It's magically sealed. And
Similar
then
to the
all
ones
of a
that
sudden,
mine had.
yeah, all of a sudden, the contract just bursts into flames. And Mikey looks at you. It's like, "Oh, you're trying to pull a fast one on me." "Oh, okay. All right." Mikey sees you.
Because he's hiding his appearance.
No, it's not that. He's like, you're already in an unbreakable contract. You can't sign another one.
Really? There's a limit like that? Who does that?
Everyone.
So people can't make multiple deals? That's ridiculous.
Whatever this ownership of the mine is, whatever that is, that can't be broken, buddy.
Well, that's incredibly disappointing.
What else you got?
God damn it. That would have been so fucking clutch.
I'm gonna have to talk to Corton.
Damn it.
I'll just throw out a coin pouch containing, let's say, let's see how much I got.
Genius,
9
man.
platinum, so 90 gold.
He looks at you and he's like, "Okay, all right. I can give you a lot of information, not all of it, but I can give you a bunch."
whatever seems the most useful for the pay.
All right. So after you
Why not?
started
Yeah.
digging around, looking for that, I started looking too. And what I found was very interesting. You see, Hobby says that his grandpa bought that building long time ago. But his grandpa's signature is exactly the same as his dad's. And his dad's signature is exactly the same as his on the deed.
Huh.
Oh, so
And
he's
there's
pulling
never
a trick.
been a body, either for his father or his grandfather. And once the elves left, nobody ever heard from them ever again. None of their friends, nobody. There's not been a single piece of correspondence between them and anyone else.
Fucking knew it.
What do the mothers suspect happened to them?
The mothers think that the same thing happened to them that happens when people gotta disappear over in the old country. The weird thing is that we got lions and tigers and bears over there. It's real easy to make somebody disappear over there. Over here, not so much.
And the amulet?
The amulet, I told you, he keeps it on him all the time. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Now, there is one thing you got to be careful of. He's real good friends with the governor.
Which one? Or is there?
There's only one here in Merchantry.
Sorry, I'm used to our politics.
So, that's what I know. I mean, I know a little bit more if you got a little more cash.
I think that's enough, no?
If you
I
think
think we'll
so.
give him a platinum to round out the 100.
Okay, all right, that's good. There's so the governor, it's real mysterious how he came into power, and no one's ever been able to get any dirt on him. And we think this Hobby guy, first of all, we think he's still got a lot of ties to that pirate island, like all the other halflings. We know they're shady. They aren't as trustworthy as us either. But we also see boxes and crates of paper going in there. Nothing ever comes out. So we think this guy might be the guy that disposes of all those paper trails that the governor don't want nobody to see.
So then it
Makes
seems
sense
we
why
have
they're
options.
friends.
So that's what I know. That's what I know about this guy. He's got powerful friends. He's shady as hell. And he's a hell of a lot older than he looks.
Thank you, Mikey. You've been extremely helpful. Sorry
You're
the
welcome.
contract thing didn't work out.
Nah, it's
We'll,
okay. We'll
we'll-
find a way in there. Don't you worry.
We'll talk to Corton. No doubt you guys will be extremely helpful.
No need. The mothers will talk to Corton.
Even better.
Good, so I don't have to waste the effort. Tell him Athul sent you.
I sure will. And with that, I think we're going to leave a little cliffhanger there. Now we know what the hell's going on. There's some crazy shit going down in the
called
old
it.
Randomalia house.
I said there was
I had a
foul
feeling
play.
it was one guy.
called
I had a
that.
feeling there was one guy, but I didn't want to jump on it.
All right.
I knew there was dodgy shit. I knew it.
I love it. Well, thank you everybody for joining us and watching it. We will see you
Yep.
as we try to figure out what the hell's going on with this Hobby Lobby louse.
And we'll catch you
Have
on
fun.
Friday.
Yeah, join us on Friday for Guillermo's Hunter campaign. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll
Same
kill a
universe,
hag. We'll
but
see.
different characters. All right.
Awesome.
Take care.
Toodaloo.